Okay, we are live, Lucy.
Oh,
we are live.
Hello.
Hello. Are you nervous?
No, I'm alright. It's just conversation, isn't it?
You ever seen that episode of Afterlife with Ricky's Race where he's like sitting in the in like his therapist room?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, my wife's died, I'm feeling depressed, and or my wife's leaving me and I'm depressed. He's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I always say that to everyone. Don't worry about it. Like no matter how shit your life is, it's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's fine. It's what it is.
Yeah. So you're from the B&R group.
I am. Do you know what they are?
So what do you do with them? And who are they? And what do you do?
So B&R is a private care company who provide care for people with learning disabilities, autism and challenging behaviours. My role is to assess people and their needs, and then I put a package of care in place.
Love it.
Amazing.
Love it.
I do actually love it, to be fair. I love it. No, I actually do. It's amazing. Have you ever worked with anyone with learning disabilities before?
In business, I'm going to say no. But I think I have in like my career.
They're amazing. They're amazing people, honestly.
So talk to me a little bit about that then.
I just think...
I feel a bit ashamed about that, you know. Maybe you should start thinking about like diversity and
I didn't mean
inclusion
to make you feel like
no,
that.
no, it's a serious point, though, isn't it? Like maybe I should start thinking about like more diverse groups of people.
I think if you was to have someone in here who had LD, learning disability, autism, you would have the most interesting conversation ever. Honest God, autistic people are next level. I assessed someone the other day who's got an IQ of 156. He's that smart. He's scared of himself.
Really?
Like, he's that clever. He fears, like everything. Like, he fears a knife being on the table, that he won't touch it because he knows the capability of what that knife can do to him. So someone else has to put it in the drawer.
Yeah. And he's so switched onto it that he's just like afraid of it. Yeah,
honestly, like he's so interesting. We're not supporting him yet. I just assessed him, but he's 45 as well.
Really?
Yeah. We normally have like children transitioning, so we don't focus on children specifically. We're not children care, we're adults, but you'll have children like 18 transition to adult care. So obviously they're coming from, so they're still young, still a child, aren't you? But they're transitioning to adult life, but the way that they've lived is like a child. So
that is interesting.
The way that it's like a massive transition, like the way you've got to help and support them and everything.
And how does that manifest in the workplace?
What do you mean?
Like kids who've sort of transitioned from being kids essentially to teenagers to adults, getting them into sort of...
It's hard. Do you know what? It's because we do outreach and we do supported living. So we have supported livings and we have outreach. So we go out and support in the home.
Is that like based on the severity of the condition?
Not really. You can support someone who's looking for supported living, but there's just no supported livings. There's no vacancies anywhere. Really? So you basically support them in their own home, taking them out to obviously their mum and dad or whoever can have a rest. But you know that we've just had a recent one who's come from Bolton, so it's a complete change of area for them, and they haven't got the staff that was with them. They've had to learn our staff. Obviously there's a transition period where they learn and shadow and stuff, but I think you don't really know until you're with them full time.
Was that like down to like communication and...
Yeah, she's not really verbal either. She's very challenging. Really? But you know what? The staff are amazing, absolutely unreal, and she's settled now, which is amazing. But it's when I look at it, because I've only been in the role 8 months, when I look at where they've come from, it's like glamorized. I can't even explain. The house that she lived in was like something off a Christmas film. Absolute, it was huge, it was gorgeous, and then unfortunately come to a house in Birkenhead. But it's like, it's not bad, do you know what I mean? But compared to that, it was just, it's massive. And I think even for someone's parents to go, oh my God.
Some of the conditions in Birkenhead now, I mean, we joke about it, but fuck me, like...
No, it's bad.
Oh, man. Like I had nothing against anyone from Birkenhead, but I went to get money else about a month ago, and I was fucking hell. It was like, what has happened to that place?
No, it is bad. It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah,
I used to go to the market.
I felt like I was,
younger.
I felt like I was losing brain cells when I was walking down.
No, it's bad. And I can't. I'm off the woody. Come on, do you know what I mean? So I just, yeah.
I mean, don't be wrong. There's better, nicer and less nice places everywhere you go. But I mean, what you've done to that town. I mean,
it's sad.
It's beggars belief, really.
It's sad. And I used to work in Birkenhead.
Yeah.
I used to work in the jewellers.
Yeah, yeah.
And
years ago, there was like the market, like that was a bustling, and then
biggest thing.
But even the town centre, like, you know, like
they're meant to be redoing it though, aren't they?
The more you like go down, I know they're doing like Woodside Ferry Town and all that, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the more you like walk down out of town, like gradually just gets worse.
No, it does. Sad.
Yeah, mad.
Anyway. Do you know what? I went on holiday, right? Sorry.
Go on.
Went on holiday, went to Tenerife the other week, come back. I kid you not, I nearly cried my eyes out because I was walking around Hampton Square and there was dog poo everywhere.
In Hampton Square?
Hampton Square. I literally was like, just take me back on holiday, please.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would love to walk on a path that didn't have dog poo on.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So if you've got a dog, pick up your dog poo, please. Because I've ruined many trainers.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're a runner like you.
Makes me ill.
Well, one thing do you run down there?
Birkenhead?
Yeah.
I have done on my breaks sometimes and work.
Where's B&R situated?
Hampton Square.
Is it?
Literally,
nice.
right opposite the train station.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah.
In a basement.
Yeah. I was actually looking at office spaces there when I was.
Was you?
Yeah.
They're all right. Just if they're underground, you've got no light. It's cold.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I need somewhere quiet. That's why. I mean, this isn't the quietest building in the world, but like to do podcasts and content and stuff, you need like quiet.
It's quiet now though.
One thing that got my attention about what you've been doing over the last few months though is the fitness stuff.
Yes.
Firstly was the running when you were getting like sand in your garden and all that. Running down New Brighton when it was windy.
No, it's not funny, you know.
That's not getting cut out of the podcast, by the way.
No, it wasn't even in my mouth, it was in my eyeballs.
Oh.
And I wear contact lenses.
I've been there, it's audible.
It's like that. It's like when you get round the corner.
Yeah.
Where is it? You know, the dog pool.
Yeah.
And then you go round that corner, you know, when you're going towards New Brighton, and it's literally just sand.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's windy, that sand just goes, it hurts.
I know.
It scratches.
Oh, yeah. Totally scratches.
It's awful.
So,
oh, yeah.
After that, you were raising money for Zoe's Place. Now, anyone listening to this podcast will probably know what Zoe's Place is because we've been everywhere the last few months. But for anyone who doesn't know, Zoe's Place is a hospice where children and young people basically get palliative end-of-life care.
Yeah. End-of-life, yeah.
Now, having young kids myself, I couldn't even imagine what that's like. It must be the most horrendous thing in the world. But places like Zoe's Place, excuse the pun, to get shut down is just unthinkable, right? Like,
no, it's horrendous.
So over the last, say, 5 or 6 months? No, 3 to 6 months. There's been this massive fundraising push for Zoe's Place. Where I think they needed, again, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 million quid just to keep the doors open. And basically everyone in the area has been fundraising in some form, or it seems like everyone. Talk to me a little bit about what you've done.
Yeah, so Zoe's Place is like Clare House on the Wirral, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it's just, I couldn't even imagine people on the Wirral just having poorly children and they had nowhere to go and no support or anything like that. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? It actually knocked me sick. Because the reason why I started delving into all this is because my little cousin, she's 6, she got diagnosed with leukemia last year, 6 years old. She went on holiday, come back, went to hospital, didn't come back out, had to start chemotherapy straight away, everything. So for my family, that was like, what? Like, I remember my mum ringing me, crying her eyes out, and I was that, what? I was in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. But our Hallie, she's not from around here. She's from Birmingham. So she had the Birmingham Children's Hospital looking after it, and they did amazing with it. Like, I couldn't even imagine like without them where Hallie would be, where the family would be. So it would kill me to think that there's not a place in Liverpool for people to go to that needs specialised support for their children, but also for the families. So I was seeing it anyway, and I thought, I can't sit on my arse here and not do anything. It's just not right. So I signed up for the winter trail on the Wirral. So when I signed up, I actually missed the first date, which I didn't realise. So I emailed the man and I was like, oh, I'm doing it for Zoe's place, I need to raise funds, like, can I do it like virtually and then send proof and whatnot? And he said, yeah. So they were 5k each, and I thought, right, because he's done that, I'm going to do 10k. So I did the second 10k of my life. God, I think I passed out. It was horrendous, like, it was so hard, but do you know what, running's hard. I'm not a runner.
Running is hard, yeah.
I'm not a runner, I've got little legs. So it takes me like double the time.
It's funny you say that, because I couldn't run a bath at the moment, to be fair. But now the money's raised, like it's kept open. The money's been raised.
Yeah, and I said, you know, like, I'm just a small minority.
Yeah, but you are. But no, actually, you're not a small minority in it. You're a big part of it, because without all them small minorities,
couldn't have added up.
It wouldn't have added up.
Yeah. No,
so actually, anything that would be contributing to that would be like massive, absolutely massive.
I think it makes a difference, like the pound to like the million.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Like I always found it like quite heartening that people would say like, you don't have to like donate through my account. You just don't donate through any account as long as the money gets there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, so many people doing it, and I've seen a few people on the Wirral do it, and it made me like, do you know what? That's good. I'm glad that people on the Wirral are doing it, because I feel like Scousers would do that for us if there was something that really needs our help. They generally would. Love Scousers,
I mean, anyone who wouldn't support a cause like that, and for it to get to a point where like a place like that would have to shut, is insane in the first place.
Yeah, it's mad. How does it even happen? How did it happen?
I don't know.
I don't want to delve into that too much.
No. Like, I mean, that's a rabbit hole in itself.
Yeah.
But I mean, for somewhere where literally kids who are end of life, from what 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, up to 6 years old,
babies,
it's like, fuck me, like how could that even possibly be? But like you say, like all them small contributions added up to over £5 million.
Yeah. No, it did. Everyone did amazing as well.
Yeah.
There was some amazing things that were happening. Like, it was so nice to see.
Yeah.
And like, I seen it a lot on Instagram and stuff, and I shared a lot on LinkedIn. And I had my own like link, but I'd say, do you know what? Even if you don't want to donate to me, because there was one big massive one, wasn't there? There was one link that loads of money was going to, and I was like,
was that like the main one?
The main one, yeah. But I didn't realise it was a main one because I just did it off the cuff and just made it.
Yeah.
And then I realised that there was a main link, and I was like, oh, I could have put that on, but I thought, do you know what? It's all right. It's all.
So how much did you actually raise in the end?
So at the moment I've got 225, I think.
See, that's fucking unreal. And then that's just what you've accumulated, and like other people that have seen your social media posts and seen your LinkedIn posts and all that stuff may have just donated through the main one.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
And all them 200 quids and all them 400 quids and 500 quids and grands and all that, fucking, they would not be. It's normal people. But like, I think no matter where you're from, whether it's Wirral, Liverpool, Wales, fucking Birmingham, down south, whatever, you'd have to be a heartless bastard to like not support a cause like that.
But then I also think people are struggling. So if you are struggling,
to put your hand in your pocket in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, so quick story. I can talk about this because it's out in the open now. Stepping Stones is the primary. Well, it's not primary school. It's basically like a play school, but it's like attached to the main school that our Harry goes to. And he's 3. He's gone there since he was 2, and then he graduates up to the main school when he goes in next year into F2. And there's 12 staff on that in the play school. all amazing. They all do it. Well, the money must be not great, but it's been there for 30 odd years. And the local authority have pulled all the funding. And the only way it'll be able to stay open is if a private company takes over, which it wouldn't be financially feasible to do. Or like the school extend the learning age from 4 to 11 to 3 to 11, so 3-year-olds can go. But in that case, it would be one teacher to 13 kids, plus a teaching assistant. So when Harry went to school, Harry's like the sweetest kid in the world. He's not combative at all. He's not one of them who like goes to football and put a tackle in or anything. Like he's such a sweet kid. And like he wouldn't understand what like fighting was, anything like that. And I was like, Harry's really come out of his shell. He wasn't speaking when he first started, and now he's speaking fluently. He's nearly 4, been there for nearly 2 years. And I'm like, he got that care because there was 12 staff to 30 kids. That was amazing for him. Now, for there to be one teacher with one teaching assistant to 30 kids, bearing in mind that some kids will need the nappies changing, some kids will need extra care. Some of them kids will get lost in this fucking mad system, this schooling system, innit? So it's stuff like that that's now shutting down. And it's like, how is that fucking possible to do?
Why would you do that?
It's all money. It's all money because everything gets treated as a business these days. Now, one of my big missions in the business now actually is to get the business big enough that I can start supporting them sorts of causes.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, because it's like, it becomes bigger than yourself then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you build a business for well, the first thing is it's like the financial security of just paying your bills, essentially. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, I've got more money now and I need someone to help me. And then you start building a team. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, I've got enough money, I've built a team, I've got all this essentially profit left over that I'm not essentially using. I'm going to give it back into like a bigger cause. And it's stuff like that, stuff like Zoe's place that should never be happening. Stepping stones. All them schools are basically gone now. Like all them.
So sad to see.
Or do you know them like what do you call it, like formative year and early years provision and all that. It's all going. But it's like how is that possible? How is it possible that we've got to the point in governments in the country where...
Do you know what? Like, there's so many kids now with SEN, like learning disabilities, like autism and everything else. Like, how are you supporting these children? Like, they're not getting the right support then, are they? If they're not getting...
No. Kids will get lost in the system because of that.
It's so sad.
So, Harry, like, I can only speak for Harry, but he's come out of his shell loads because he's had that, like, nurturing support. He loves the teachers. He never has a problem going in. He's made loads of friends. And I'm like, I don't think that would have happened if it was one teacher to 13 kids.
I teach kids on a Monday night, and I tell you now, kids after school, take an after school club for them. The energy, I'm sure they feed them sugar before they come to me, I swear to God, I say to them. But we can have at least 15 kids.
Oh, you should see football on a Saturday morning.
Oh, it's wild.
You should see the kids footy training on a Saturday morning. 4-year-olds running around, chaos.
Run rings, like, honest to God. Like, at the end of every session, we play dodgeball. I am 4'11", so I look like I'm one of the kids. The kids are bigger than me. I swear to God, there's like 10-year-olds in there that are like towering me, and I think, what is in these kids' foods? I swear, give it to me. But we play dodgeball at the end, and we literally like we join in with each other. Like,
I love it.
I take part with the kids, and it's great. But me on my own, if I did that on my own, I couldn't control that. I couldn't control 15 kids by myself. I couldn't control 13 by myself.
Love it.
Absolutely not.
I know, it's mad to do. Well, in fitness, I think, from what I can remember, it might have changed now. I'm sure it's like one fitness instructor to like 20 attendees. It's mad to think, isn't it? So if you're running a class, like a circuit training class or like a spinning class, I'm sure it's like one instructor to 20.
Yeah.
And then after 20 you need two.
Yeah. So we have two in the class for the kids because I think
And how many kids are there in the class?
Well, it depends. Depends how many we can have. We can have up to 20, but we get like 15, or some weeks we'll have like 10, and then in the school holidays and stuff like that, people are going away. But I think having that extra person is that extra safeguard. We need to make sure that people aren't walking in.
Yeah.
You know, just random members.
There was actually a story, like one of the nurseries locally. I can't even think where it is now, off the top of my head. But I'm sure one of the kids like just got out and just started walking in.
Run away, yeah.
But not. I don't think he even ran away. I think he just wandered off, like just got out. And then they found him like across the road somewhere. There's like a 3-year-old. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
He just like, I think he just like got out the gate or whatever. Like just
escaped.
Yeah. I don't even like. I don't think the kid was actually even thinking like, oh, I'm escaping. I think he just wandered off. Yeah.
Exploring.
And that is scary to think, isn't it?
No, it is scary.
Especially on a big main road.
No, that is scary. Yeah, no. Also, secured.
Yeah.
And I've always by the door.
Well, even a football on a Saturday, it is literally fucking. It's chaos. That's why I think things like jiu-jitsu, martial arts, are like probably quite good for kids because you do learn that.
Absolutely.
Discipline.
No, absolutely. Karate.
Yeah.
We used to have karate in Total Fitness. That's where I do it, Total Fitness. And I used to watch the kids.
Yeah.
And I used to think, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you know what? The instructor was boss as well.
Yeah.
He was amazing. And they had so much discipline and they loved it.
Well, it's taekwondo, isn't it? In taekwondo in place around here, and Joey, one of the kids' dad at football, said, "Oh yeah, I took Joey to taekwondo. It's not like this football. It's like all the kids in football, all the kids just run around. It's chaos. It's not. I wouldn't even call it football. It's literally just games with football.
Yeah.
But in taekwondo, they're all in the line. They're all standing there like.
Yeah.
You know, you only talk when you're spoken to. Like.
You only move when you're told.
I know. It sounds like no fun to kids. Like when I think about that and put head into it, I'm like, that sounds like no fun. But actually, I heard Jimmy Carr say, are you teaching your kids to be fucking good grown-ups, or are you teaching them to be fat, lazy, stupid kids? So if you give them like the cake and the video games and all that now, yeah, it's fun now. Yeah. But you're gonna have fat, stupid adult kids.
You're gonna have comorbidities by the time you're 12.
Yeah.
No, yeah. When I do have children, the first thing they'll be doing is going into some sort of martial arts, some sort of something. Yeah,
I mean, jiu-jitsu is the best thing I've done, but I started jiu-jitsu at 35, and it's the best thing I've done. But like the one thing I just wish about it was I started earlier.
Yeah. Do you know, loads of people say that about every hobby that they have, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, wish I started earlier.
So you don't see you just see the physical benefits of it and the mental, like the underlying. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of them who's I don't suffer like mentally or anything. I just don't.
I do.
Some people have anxiety, yeah. I'm not downplaying that at all. But that underlying sense of like assured confidence that you get from martial art is like nothing I've ever felt before.
I can imagine that.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that thing. It's like you're not being cocky, you're not being brash, you're not being arrogant or anything like that. It's just that no one's going to do anything to me in any situation. Like I've got the tools and the capability to at least defend myself.
Yeah, which everyone should have.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. Like so now, like I don't go to pubs anymore, or I don't drink that much anymore. But if you go to pubs, right? If you went to a pub and it all went off, like a big bar fight or something, you just know underlying that one, you can't underestimate anyone. Because there's kids in jiu-jitsu who are like 12 that are wrapping you up in knots.
Absolutely.
And two, but you've just got that underlying confidence that if it does go, I'm not going to start anything. I'm going to avoid it at all costs. Yeah. But if it does go off, then I can at least defend myself.
Yeah. Do you know what? My dad, because I'm small. I think my dad always used to worry about me, and he'd be like, if anything ever happens, make sure that you walk away. You walk away from anything. You walk away. Sometimes you walk away and you become the target. Do you know what I mean? Like they come after you. Why walk away? It's horrendous. Like.
Well, the best thing, like Jocko Willink, the jiu-jitsu guy who's on Instagram all the time, like big accounts on Instagram now. He always says the best thing to do in any altercation is run. Run. Like literally run. Yeah. But if you can't run and he put the hands on you, that's when you've got to start doing jiu-jitsu and start defending yourself. But if it's a normal situation, there's nothing good that can come from fighting.
No, absolutely not.
Like, let me rephrase that. If you're fighting in a professional setting, like a boxer or a martial artist, okay, that's fine.
Not a street fight though.
But if you're in a street fight, there's nothing good that can come from it.
No.
What can come from it? One, you're going to hurt someone.
Death.
Yeah. If you hurt someone, you're fucked, you're going to jail. Two, they're going to hurt you.
Yeah.
You're fucked and you're in hospital.
Yeah.
Or three, you get arrested. Because you got to fight. There's no actual benefit to fighting.
And it's like a vicious cycle, like from an estate, unfortunately. Something happens, doesn't finish there. Carries on.
Yeah.
Goes to families,
on,
goes to, it's horrendous. It's horrible. It's horrible. So no, there is nothing at all. So
that's why, actually, boxing gyms, jiu-jitsu gyms, taekwondo gyms, MMA gyms are actually really, really good because it teaches that level of fucking self-discipline to go, actually,
do I need to do this?
I have got the tools to fucking seriously damage someone.
Yeah.
But if I do, I know the fucking consequences of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's mad. Every kid should do it.
Yeah.
Every kid should.
Yeah.
You got Harry, haven't you?
Harry and Charlie, yeah.
Both boys?
Both boys.
Are they in anything?
Oh, yes.
Are you gonna?
Well, he's only 3, so...
You can start him on the pad with your hands, can't you?
Yeah. I don't think he's got the concentration level to do it. And Charlie's only a month older than me, so...
Oh, yeah. Start young.
No, I reckon probably 6 or 7, 8, something like that, to get him in. I think it's when the schoolyard fucking names start getting called and all that. That's when you got to start to think about it, because...
Kids can be nasty now.
Kids are nasty. Kids are nasty. When I think back to when I was young, kids are fucking nasty. Like, I've done some stuff I'm not proud of, and, you know, I've had some stuff done to me that I definitely wouldn't be proud of.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But, like, kids are horrible.
No, they are.
Especially in, like, name calling and stuff. It's
not all kids, though.
Makes me fucking, no, but it makes me, like, really sick to my stomach to think that, like, someone could be nasty to Harry. Do you know what I mean? But, in reality, it will happen.
No, it will.
Like, he goes to school and gets called a name. What do you do in that situation?
What would you tell him to do? Would you tell him to hit them back if they hit him?
I would only ever say to hit them back if they hit him first. If they call them a name, don't hit them. Okay. If they punch you or they kick you or they do something to you, defend yourself. But if they call you a name, it's a name. Like, you don't resolve through violence, through name calling. You resolve through violence, through getting violence done to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Would you tell them to name call back?
If someone called them a name, give them a quick kick in the shin or something.
Just give them a quick shiner.
Yeah.
Be alright.
It's one of them, like, you just gotta kind of like, you don't want to be, you want to be that guy that no one would ever even, you want to
contemplate.
Yeah. No one's going to say anything to the black belt in our gym. No. Because they just know. You can have banter and you can have a bit, but you know that if things go south,
they can look after themselves very well.
If he goes into a room with 99.9% of people, he's walking out.
Yeah, definitely. That's a nice position to be in,
and that's nice, and that is what gives you confidence to go, like, actually, this is legit.
Yeah, do you know what? I touch wood. I've never been hit. I've never been, like, battered or anything like that. I've never been targeted. But, not gonna lie, in this job, I have been ragged.
Have you?
Actual hair pull.
Really?
Ragged to the floor. And it was the worst experience of my life.
Oh, no. So, Luce.
Yes.
If anyone wants to help with BNR, or yourself, or wants to do some fitness, or put the kids into some sort of...
We're a bit of everything.
Yeah, where's the best place we can find you?
So LinkedIn, BNR Group. I manage that site, so Lovely. They can see things on there. But they can also search BNR and they can ring or email.
Lovely.
And I can get back to them. It's absolutely
fine.
Top Fitness Gym on the Prenton. If you want to bring your kids in, if they're 4 to 11, get signed up as a member and come to my class. Nice. But yeah.
Nice, I like it. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate it. That was a gist.
Thanks for having me.
Good chat.
I'm famous now.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom, what's going on?
Dad. Oh.
get fan mail soon. But thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.